Hey guys, welcome back to the 3G Family Network. If this is your first time, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and feel free to communicate with us in this video. In today's video, I'll be talking about Jamaican, the history of Jamaican food. And for this video in particular, we're going to be focused on food, Jamaican food that most poor Jamaicans would eat back in the 60s, 70s, 80s coming up. Mariah and Jaden, they were born in Toronto, and I have to try and give them a little bit of their Jamaican heritage, Jamaican history. And some of the food that, well, all of the food that we'll be talking about today, unfortunately, I haven't been cooking it here because, like kids like their Canadian stuff, their chicken nuggets, their pasta and stuff like that. So today they're going to be trying these food for the first time. So come with us. Jamaica. Come and enjoy the beautiful island of Jamaica. The majestic view and lush greenery of the Blue Mountain Peak. The still blue, breathtaking waters of the Blue Lagoon. Robert Nesta Marley, the king of reggae music. The world's fastest woman. The lightning bolt, Usain Bolt. The world's fastest man. And yes, the delicious Jamaican cuisine. This is the famous Jamaican chicken foot soup. You may not find this in Jamaican restaurants in New York or in Toronto, but this is a staple in a lot of homes in Jamaica. And trust me, this is very delicious. I know it looks scary, but it is delicious. Okay guys, so this is our famous Jamaican chicken soup. And the history of this soup, back when Jamaica got independent in 1962, a long time ago, like a lot of Jamaicans were poor. So we could not afford, see the stuff that we eat now, like nuggets and fries and all that stuff, those stuff, some of them didn't exist and we couldn't afford them. So like chicken feet was one of those items that the butcher, like they used to throw it in the garbage. Like they would kill the chicken, they would take the leg and the thigh and all the stuff, and this would end up in the garbage. So a lot of people that were very poor started cooking chicken foot, right? And so that's the famous chicken foot soup. Now, today most Jamaicans, some Jamaicans still have chicken foot soup, but now more people have chicken soup instead of chicken feet, right? So Mariah, you're gonna try it.
I'm so happy.
Come on, Mariah. If you were born in Jamaica, you'd have to. This is something that you'd have to eat.
Oh.
You can try the soup if you're not brave enough to try the.
I'll try a little bit,
The chicken foot.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a bit hot.
Yeah.
I feel like I've had the soup, but I don't think I've had the chicken leg.
Yeah, it's the same texture like when you. Too hot?
It's good.
Okay. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same flavor as the chicken soup, but the only thing is just the feet. So like normally you do like this. A lot of people.
Oh no!
A lot of people are scared, and then you.
Ew!
It's good.
Doesn't look that appetizing. Daddy.
Well, very good.
I'm gonna try it. I'm scared.
You gonna try?
That's a nail.
No, the nails are off. You can use this to hold it. Use this to hold it and bite this one and see.
Ah, it's hot.
Okay. All right.
No.
Bite into it. This one.
That one, like the finger?
Yeah. Come on, take a bite.
Oh no!
Alright.
Oh no! Stop.
Yeah, it's just like chicken, right? But it's just that it's a lot of bone and stuff. But yeah, like a lot of Jamaicans, you know, if you were born in that time, you'd have to eat this, right?
Yeah. Is this my spoon?
Yeah. So it's one of the stuff that, you know, I grew up on as a child, and yeah, it was good. And not only that, it back in the days it was considered like a medicine also. Like whenever you have a cold or a fever, like we just boil some chicken foot soup and you drink your chicken foot soup and you go wrap up in your blankets and you're good. Yeah?
That's good.
Okay, so that's it. That's number one, and then we're gonna try the other stuff. Yay! This is another historically famous Jamaican dish. This is cornmeal cooked down in coconut milk, served with curry chicken back. This meal has been around for centuries. Cornmeal have been used from way back as slavery, and today it's one of our staple Jamaican dishes. Okay, so our second dish, this is called, I have to say this in Patois. You guys can speak Patois?
No.
So this is called, in Jamaica we call it tonka meal. Tonka meal. So it's like, it means that the cornmeal is like constantly turned while you're cooking it. Because if you don't turn it, it's going to be burnt, right? So this tonka meal, as we call it in Jamaica, like it's coming way back from like slavery. Like slaves used to eat this meal because it was something that would keep them filled, and it was something that was cheap at the time for them to eat. And then continuing after independence, a lot of people that were poor had to continue eating this, right? And then this is chicken back. That's what we call it.
Oh, it looks like curry chicken.
So yeah, so it's what happened now, it's like, again, with the chicken, when the farmer, they kill the chicken, they cut the good pieces off, like the nice piece, like for boneless chicken. And people that are in the hotels or people that are in the upper class society would get like chicken breasts, and then they would leave pretty much like the bone. And people that couldn't afford real chicken per se would have to eat the bone, so they call it chicken back.
Okay.
So tonka meal and chicken back. Okay.
That one also looks like mashed potatoes.
It looks like mashed potato, but it's tonka meal or turn cornmeal. Okay, so Jaden, you go first.
Okay.
And the good thing is that Jaden can have this because this is gluten-free and dairy-free.
What should I eat first?
Eat the cornmeal first. Just try it. It's the same thing that makes your porridge.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's the same thing that makes your porridge, but it's just like thick. You like it? Yeah, and it's the first time cooking it since I've been in Canada. And then you can try the chicken back now. Let me see if I can get piece of chicken.
Chicken back.
Okay, nice. All right, you can try now.
Okay.
Let me take this. Why are you smelling the food?
Yum. Tastes good. Very like soft and chewy.
Yeah. And in Jamaica, back in the days, like rich people used to call it like dog food. We used to use it for like dog food. Well, rich and middle class, and even poorer people too, because it was very cheap. So like when you want something to feed a dog, like you would use the cornmeal. And also it keeps them filled.
I'm gonna try the
Try the chicken back.
chicken back.
And
Why so little? It tastes like curry chicken, but a little bit of a different flavor.
well, it's still a chicken, but it's just that it's mostly bone, right? Because it's still a part of the chicken. But the only difference, it's mostly bone. Okay, so interesting fact, like Jamaicans are known, I'm not sure if you are from another country, whether somewhere in Africa, somewhere else in the Caribbean, and you're used to like chewing your bone, you can let me know in the comment section. But Jamaicans, you know, in the past, have been notorious like for chewing bones, and this is one of the main reasons. Like chicken back, it's like very delicious. Like you eat down into the bone and you chew the bone and all the juices, you know, come up from the bone. And you know, so like a lot of times, like, you know, Jamaicans, when you go on dates and stuff like that, and you have to use like your knife and fork to eat the chicken, and you don't want to touch a bone, and you don't want to chew the bone. It is just like, because I just want to chew the bone. So, yep, that's meal number 2. And then we go forward to meal number 3.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, wait, before you move it.
So, another iconic dish, it's Jamaican beef liver with ground provision. What we call in Jamaica ground provision, yam, banana, and potatoes, stuff like that. And this is a very flexible dish that we use in Jamaica. It could be breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And this is another delicious Jamaican dish. Okay, so for the final, we're having liver, like it's beef liver, and we call this ground provision. So ground provision is like a lot of stuff that comes out of the earth. So, but we have like green banana. You know, most places in the world you'll find ripe banana, but there are few, I think, Caribbean, Latin America places that cook the banana. They have a separate banana that you can cook, and it's green. So that's what this is. There's potatoes, and then there's like yam. So that's what they call in Jamaica ground provision. Yeah. And yes, yam. And then the liver is from the cow, and the liver is considered to be like a intestine, right? So inside the cow. And this again, everything that we tried today, these are food that used to be thrown in the garbage. So like even Aunt Vod, grandma, like she said, like when she came to Canada, like 40 or so years ago, when they would go to the butcher, like they were throwing out the liver, they were throwing out, even oxtail was being thrown out.
It's expensive.
Yes, it's expensive now because a lot of Jamaicans, a lot of Africans moved to Canada, a lot of other Caribbean nationals. But because in Canada society at the time, they didn't know what to do with it. So when Jamaicans, Africans, Caribbean, a lot of Caribbean people started moving in, then they realized that they could sell it. So a lot of people were afraid to eat like liver, kidney, because it's an intestine, and it is what like pumps blood to the body. So people felt like this was almost like, say, toxic. So if you eat it, like you get sick. But because, as I said, from back in the days, like people were poor and they didn't have choices, so they had to find a way to cook it and make it work. Right? So who wants to try first? Okay, so let me help you. What, you want to try, the liver first or the banana?
I'll try liver.
Liver? Yeah, the liver is almost like, it's almost like steak, but you could just call it like poor man steak. You want to try?
Tastes good.
Tastes good? You want to try the green banana now?
Okay.
And what's interesting about all of this is that Jaden can have it. You know, like it's all gluten-free, dairy-free, you know, like for people with allergy.
So-so.
So-so? Or you like you prefer the liver, but the banana is like so-so. You want me to help you more, or you're good?
I'll just...
Let me cut it for you, so you can try a little piece if you don't. Okay.
Tastes good.
Yeah, it's like, it's from the cow, so it's like poor man steak. What else you want to try? You want to try the banana next, or?
Sure.
Okay.
It tastes like beef. Yeah, well.
It tastes like, yeah, because it's from the cow.
It's not bad. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, so all of the three stuff that we had today, this was considered like back in the days like a poor man's meal, you know. So sometime, like for myself, you know, growing up in Jamaica, and we grew up poor and we didn't have money to buy stuff. So we had to survive on food like this. But then it became a staple, a part of our culture in Jamaica. So even when you grow up and you are able to afford expensive stuff, sometimes you just still want to have this because it tastes delicious, right?
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, like, back in those days, like when I was like your age, the only fast food place in Jamaica was KFC at the time. There was no McDonald's, no Burger King, no In-N-Out and all this type of stuff. And 1 minute, and back then, we talked about obesity the other day, right?
Yeah.
There was like little or no obesity because these food, because it doesn't carry a lot of calories and fat and stuff like that. So people who eat these food like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like you would not have a problem with obesity. What were you gonna say, Jenny?
That's why KFC has that old man.
Yeah, because KFC has been around a long time. Yeah, so yeah, that's a little bit of history of Jamaican food. Like, if this brings back memories, you can leave a comment in the comment section. If this is something that you grew up on, you know, the way I grew up on it, you know, just interact. Feel free to interact in the comment section, and we will see you in a next video. Peace.
Peace.
We're out.
Yeah.